Hey guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream or for watching the recording. As always, Czech Republic decided a couple of years ago that they want to limit the amount of people coming to the Czech Republic. They want to limit in different ways, like the nationalities who are allowed to come, the professions which are allowed to come, and the type of visas which are allowed to get approved for people. Which means, in most cases, that the government establish quotas for how many people can apply for a specific type of visa in specific countries. And then within the quotas, so let's say in India, there is like 700 people a year that can apply for an employee card. So 700 employees can come to the Czech Republic from India, no more. But then also within the quotas, there are some like sub-quotas, let's say. So there are special programs under which or through which you need to go if you want to be able to apply for that particular type of visa. And one of the programs I want to talk about today is the highly qualified employee. So basically how it works, to give you the idea before I get to the highly qualified employees specifically, how it works in general. So let's say Czech Republic says that in India, 700 people a year can apply for an employee card. So can come to the Czech Republic for employment. But out of that 700, for example, 600 can only go through a special program. In this case, that would be highly qualified or qualified employee. So if you're an Indian and you want to come work to the Czech Republic, then you must find an employer who is enrolled into this governmental program of a qualified employee, and only through this employer you can come to the Czech Republic. If you find a different job, if you find a job with an employer who is not enrolled into that program, you will never get a chance to apply, because these are the rules. 700 people, out of that 600 through this specific program. So this is how it works in general. and this is how it works for other nationalities as well, not only for Indians, but for other nationalities and other countries, other embassies as well. But today I want to talk about the highly qualified employee, which is one of the programs. There are generally 3 programs. One is, or whatever, this is one of them, highly qualified employee. And this program is meant for like highly qualified positions. And highly qualified means either like the highest top management positions, which is number 1 in the classification of jobs in the Czech Republic. Second would be specialists. So maybe people like IT developers, software developers, application developers, and similar. And then the third option would be specialists. So like very specialized jobs in some field. And then if you want to go through this program, then there are 2 things like what you need to do. First, you need to do something as the employee. Second, you need to do something as an employer. So let's say if you're an employer and you want to enroll into this program, you need to meet the criteria given or established or set by this program. So you need to be on the Czech market for several amount of years. You need to, or some amount of years, you need to have some amount of employees. You need to work in a specific field, all these. You need to submit an application with plenty of documents, and then you need to get approved to be or become a part of this program. So if you go through this, and the process can take a couple weeks or a couple months, only after you finish the process, you will be enrolled into the program, and then you can start hiring people from some specific country for some specific positions. So there is kind of a process behind that. On the other hand, if you're the person, if you're the employee, sorry guys, I don't know what it is. Maybe some of the flowers here, but sorry. So if you're an employee and you want to move to the Czech Republic you want to do it through this program, you also need to meet some requirements. So first, the requirement of your nationality, because these programs only apply to some specific countries and nationalities. Second, you need to also qualify for that specific position. So either like the top level of management or the or the specialists or the technicians. So yeah, and then how it works for you is that basically for this specific program, you can get some, it's an easier application process, which means that you require less documents that you would normally need for example, an employee card or a blue card, and also that you are guaranteed to get an appointment at the Czech embassy. So let's say if you're in India, it's basically impossible to get an appointment for any type of visa there now. But if you go through one of these programs, then you are guaranteed a spot at the embassy. The embassy actually calls you and says, hey, come tomorrow or come in 3 days. It's very fast and you have a spot guaranteed. Because it works the way that the employer finds you and they include you into the program. So they contact the embassy and then the embassy directly contacts you. So you don't have to go through the standard booking system, but the employer books the appointment basically for you. So that makes it very easy, and that's the only way how it's possible to get to the Czech Republic through employment from some countries. But you need to make sure that you find employer who is part of this program. So hopefully this was good enough. If not, let me know in the comments what else you would like to know about this program, and see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.